The fitness world has been lit up this week after Jeff Nippard publicly called out Hussein Farhat, and the drama has quickly become the biggest topic in the lifting community. The clash started because of ongoing questions around Hussein's physique and whether or not he's actually natural. At first, Jeff gave Hussein the benefit of the doubt. He pointed to Hussein's blood work and explained that on paper, nothing clearly proves steroid use. Jeff even broke it down in typical Jeff fashion, talking about testosterone levels, recovery markers, and the kind of numbers you'd expect from a lifter who wasn't enhanced. For Jeff, it didn't seem fair to label someone as using gear without clear evidence. But then new claims came out online, and the situation shifted. More people began pointing to the insane speed of Hussein's progress, the sharp changes in muscle density, and the way his look seemed more like someone who had cycled rather than a natural lifter grinding year after year. That pressure built fast, and this time Jeff decided he couldn't ignore it. In his latest comments, Jeff admitted he was wrong to defend Hussein and even said that supporting him had hurt his own credibility. He called Hussein not trustworthy, which was a big statement considering Jeff's careful reputation. The main issue Jeff raised was the lack of transparency. Hussein has been open about training splits, diet, and macros, but when it comes to clear proof of being natural, Jeff says the inconsistencies are just too big to overlook. Hussein wasn't about to stay quiet. He fired back quickly, claiming the whole thing was overblown and that people were twisting the story for views. Instead of breaking down training science or showing more receipts, Hussein went on the defensive, saying he was unfairly targeted. He framed Jeff's reversal as a betrayal, pointing out that Jeff had been one of the few big names to stand by him when everyone else was skeptical. Now the fitness community is split right down the middle. On one side, lifters are praising Jeff for putting science and honesty first, saying that he's protecting the integrity of the evidence-based space. On the other side, Hussein still has plenty of support, with fans saying Jeff gave up on him too easily and that the constant steroid accusations are more about drama than real evidence. The reason this drama has blown up so much is because both guys are big names. Jeff has spent years building his reputation as the science guy who breaks down training with actual studies, while Hussein has become known for his crazy transformation and high-level physique. For Jeff to now distance himself from Hussein changes how people see both of them. At this point, Jeff has cut ties and made his position clear, while Hussein insists he's being unfairly attacked. And in the gym world, where being natty or on gear is one of the biggest debates, this story is far from over. The fallout from Jeff Nippard calling out Hussein Farhat has been massive, and the reactions across the fitness world are showing just how divided lifters are right now. On YouTube, Reddit, and Instagram, everyone seems to have an opinion about whether Jeff did the right thing or whether Hussein is being unfairly targeted. Fans who side with Jeff are making one main point: credibility matters more than loyalty. They argue that if you're the face of evidence-based lifting, you can't keep defending someone who isn't fully transparent. Many pointed to the fact that Hussein's transformation looked too extreme to be explained by just a clean bulk or smart programming. To them, Jeff admitting he took an L was the responsible move, even if it made him look inconsistent. On the other side, Hussein's supporters are saying the hate has gone too far. They believe the community is obsessed with natty versus not natty debates, and that even when blood work comes out clean, people still won't believe it. Some argue that Jeff caved under pressure, worried about protecting his brand instead of standing by someone he originally believed. For them, the bigger problem is the culture of always accusing anyone with a great physique of being enhanced. Other influencers have started to weigh in too, which has only poured fuel on the fire. A few coaches backed Jeff's decision, explaining that if someone wants to be taken seriously as a natural athlete, they need to be transparent with training logs, blood tests, and a clear timeline of progress. They stressed that Jeff wasn't hating on Hussein, but rather protecting his own reputation in the evidence-based community. But not everyone agrees. Some creators have defended Hussein, pointing out that the fitness industry industry has always had rare outliers. Lifters with freak genetics who grow faster than the average person. They compared Hussein's growth to past bodybuilding natty icons, saying it's not impossible, just rare. These voices claim Jeff jumped ship too soon and should have stood by the idea that you can't accuse someone without proof. What makes this situation so explosive is that it goes beyond two influencers. It hits at one of the biggest debates in lifting: how much progress is really possible without steroids? For beginners, seeing someone like Hussein claim natty status can be inspiring, but if it turns out to be false, it can also crush motivation and trust. That's why so many people are invested in how Jeff handled this, because he's supposed to be the guy cutting through the noise with real science. Right now, the conversation is spreading everywhere. Gym podcasts are covering it, TikTok clips are going viral, and the comment sections are full of lifters arguing about cycles, dosages, and whether certain muscle shapes are even possible naturally. It's become more than drama. It's a test of who the community chooses to believe. And at the center of it all, Jeff has taken a firm stance while Hussein is standing his ground. Both are doubling down, and neither looks ready to back off. At this point, the drama between Jeff Nippard and Hussein Farhat has grown into more than just an online clash. It's become a bigger conversation about trust, honesty, and what being natty really means in the fitness industry. For Jeff, the situation is risky, but also shows his priorities. His career has always been about science-based training and honest breakdowns. By stepping away from Hussein, Jeff is proving that credibility matters more than loyalty. Admitting he was wrong could even strengthen his reputation, though some critics say it makes him look like he gave in to pressure. For Hussein, the challenge is tougher. His entire brand was built on a transformation that inspired people, but now, with Jeff publicly calling him not trustworthy, that story is under fire. If people stop believing him, it won't just hurt his image, it could also impact his future projects, sponsorships, and coaching business. More importantly, this feud highlights a long-running issue in the gym world: the gap between transparency and marketing. Influencers push programs and supplements, but if they aren't honest about being enhanced, it creates unfair expectations. That's why this story isn't just gossip, it's about protecting natural lifters from being misled. Looking ahead, the path forward seems clear. If Hussein wants to repair his image, he'll need more than defensive posts. Proof and transparency are the only way to convince skeptics. For Jeff, the best move is to keep doing what built his name: delivering science-backed training advice that cuts through the noise. Right now, though, both are under the spotlight. Jeff has taken his stand, Hussein has fired back, and the lifting community is left debating what this all means for the future of natural bodybuilding.